3, 2, 1. Hello, here we are. Our learning intention is we are learning how to do operations with length. We are learning how to do operations, sums, with length. 3, 2, 1. Right, and here's our success criteria, guys. Obviously, the success criteria would be we get the correct answer. Well, that's a bit obvious. But also, getting a bit deeper, the success criteria means we would convert units in the question, right, to the same measurement type. So I don't want to be adding centimeters to millimeters or meters to millimeters. I want to be adding centimeters to centimeters or millimeters to millimeters. And that might look a bit like this. 7.2 centimeters, right, plus 10 millimeters, right, equals 82 millimeters. And that makes a bit more sense if we understand that 7.2 centimeters is actually 72 millimeters. And that is then easier to plus to 10 millimeters, isn't it? 72 millimeters plus 10 millimeters equals 82 millimeters. And that's really what this is all about today, guys. Okay, let's go. Okay, here's the first question. We're in the teach phase here, so I'm just going to show you how we might go about doing this. This is 7.2 centimeters. 7.2 centimeters plus 92 millimeters. And the answer, we know the answer is actually going to be in centimeters because it's got the centimeter down there already for us. So again, 7.2 centimeters plus 92 millimeters equals what in centimeters? And so straight away, I'm going to ask, I'm going to be doing it, so I guess I'll do it. Straight away, I'm going to be converting this millimeters into centimeters because the answer's in centimeters. And we want to give the answer in the same language. We don't want to be doing centimeters, meters, and millimeters all at once. It's impossible and unreasonable. What we want to do is give the answer all in centimeters. So that means the question needs to be in centimeters. So this is easy. 7.2 centimeters is already in centimeters, right? But this has got to be converted. 92 millimeters has got to be converted into centimeters. And we're going to do that now. We have to do that before we go on with the rest of the question. Well, if you've watched my previous video about the metric ladder, you know that you could just use that, and that's perfectly fine, and that's a very acceptable way of converting between millimeters and centimeters. Or we could just review some basic measurement. We can recognise that 10 millimeters equals 1 centimetre, right? So we're trying to turn 92 millimeters into centimetres. If 10 millimeters equals 1 centimetre, then 20 millimeters equals 2 centimetres, right? 30 millimeters equals 3 centimetres. I could just keep on going. 4 centimetres equals 40 millimetres. And if we kept going, we'd get to 90 millimetres equals 9 centimetres. But this is 92 millimetres, isn't it? So with 92, we can realise there's with 92 millimeters, there's 9 centimeters and 2/10 of a centimeter left. And we'll write that like this. 92 millimeters equals 9 centimeters, 0.2 of a centimeter, which means 9.2 centimeters. Which means that this question is really asking (7.2 centimeters plus 9.2 centimeters, which means, 7.2 plus 9.2, right? 4, 7 plus 9? 16. 16.4. 16.4 centimetres is your answer. Okay. Okay, let's do this one together in the together phase. And again, We're going to be adding these numbers together, but you know, they're not in the same language, are they? This is in centimetres. This is in millimetres. But the answer has got to be in millimetres. So we've got to convert one of these. Which one do you think we've got to convert? This is in millimetres. The answer's in millimetres. Which one do we have to convert? I hope you have indicated this one. 7.5 centimetres has got to be changed into its millimetre mode. We've got to convert it because the answer requires millimetres. So we don't need to change this one, but we do need to change this one. Okay. I wonder if you can actually convert 7.5 centimetres into its millimetre form. Like knowing that there is 10 millimetres in 1 centimetre. Can you, knowing that, and working it out, 20 millimetres is going to equal 2 centimetres, right? Can you work out how many millimetres are actually in 7.5 centimetres? I'm just going to stop. You have a go. That's not the whole answer. That's the first bit we've got to do before we find out the answer. But see if you can work out how many millimetres are in 7.5 centimetres. What is 7.5 centimetres in its millimetre form? Okay, I hope you paused me and had a go at that because we're meant to do this together. You needed to go, well, I would have gone 10, 20, 30 millimetres equals 3 centimetres. Understanding that, we could go all the way, couldn't we? We could go up to 70, right? 70 millimetres, right, equals 7 centimetres. But we're not there yet because we're at 7.5 centimetres. We know that 70 millimetres equals 7 centimetres. We're trying to get to 7.5 centimetres. So I wonder if you recall, right, that every millimetre is actually 1/10, right? 1/10 of a centimetre. So 7.5 centimetres, right, is like saying 7 5/10 of a centimetre, which looks like this. 75 millimetres. I wonder if you worked out that 75 millimetres equals 7.5 centimetres. Which means that this 7.5 centimetres we can just change into 75 millimetres, and then there's our sum. There's our sum. I'm not going to do it, you do it. Our answer should have been 102 millimetres. Okay, we're in the try phase. We're at the end. It's your go by yourself. Here, I'm going to just leave it with you. 26 centimetres, right? Plus 42 millimetres, yeah? And your answer is going to have to be in centimetres. And I'll tell you right away, you're going to have a decimal point. You're going to have a decimal point, all right? Have a go. Go on, have a go. 26 centimetres plus 42 millimetres equals what? In centimetres. Okay, hope you've had a go. I hope you paused me. If you didn't, you should have paused me. Rewind and pause me. This is what you should have done. You should have gone, right, the language we've been asked to communicate in centimetres. Okay? So 26 centimetres is fine. We've got to convert 42 millimetres. That's the one to convert into centimetres, right? And we should have known that. 10 millimetres equals 1 centimetre, 20 millimetres equals 2 centimetres, so 40 millimetres equals 40 centimetres, yep, okay. But there's that 2 there, isn't it? Which again, that 2 means 2/10 of a centimetre. Remember our place value, 42 millimetres equals 4 whole centimetres and 2/10, which is what that 0.2 means, of a centimetre. So then you should have gone 26 centimetres plus 4.2 centimetres equals, and here's the sum I drew, look, 26.0 plus 4.2 in centimetre. 0 and 2 is 2. Makes all the decimal points all lined up. 6 and 4 is 10. Put down the 0, carry the 1. 1 and 2 is 3. Your answer should be 30.2 centimetres. And I hope you had something like that over there. Okay, this has been Teach Together Try. This has been Operations with Length. I hope that's been helpful.